One, I think it's unless you're loaded with a lot of capital, it's going to be tough for the next generation. It takes a lot of capital unless you can utilize capital that somebody has, right? So in the transition plan, I've actually helped an individual that had a party that had an ag construction business, for example, and they were heading down the pathway that they're going to run equipment until they just couldn't do it anymore. And they had a loyal individual that was working for them, hadn't built enough capital working for them to be able to buy them out, right?
Yeah.
And you see that happen a lot of times. You got a good hired man that is in his 40s, been with you for 25 years, and just doesn't have the capital to take over the operation.
Yeah.
Um, so aligned him with a couple other silent partners to work with, but then also figured out a way to buy that business on a contract. And so all the equipment was, a big chunk of it was depreciated out. So that was going to come back as ordinary income. And they're going to pay a significant amount of tax. So one of the things we did is they bought the business and not instead of buying the equipment. Well, that was able to convert that to goodwill. And
Yeah.
goodwill is a capital gains. So it ended up selling the person selling the business was able to save about 400,000 or 500,000 in taxes. By doing that, he was able to sell the business on contract
Yep.
to the young guy working for him, plus a couple other silent partners. And they did it with a minimal amount of cash down front. And so the business would cash flow itself. They stayed on and still continued to work. Now, 5 years later, they're going to have that business paid for.
Nice.
So
That's a great success story for sure.